on the Pakistani side tonight, Ambassador Ali Sarwar Ali, Barrister Zahid Saeed and Air Vice Marshal Abid are with us. Mayad Ali and Admiral Javed Iqbal are joining us in 5 to 10 minutes, I'm told. On the Indian side tonight, Maroof Raza, General G D Bakshi, Sushil Pandit and Dr. Tarek Fatah. Now, we made a big mistake, didn't we, Maroof? We made a big mistake, didn't we, by letting the Pakistanis into Pathankot in the first place? Because now they go back and they say we found nothing, we got nothing, and we will do nothing, Maroof.
Exactly, Arnab. That was my realistic position even before the JIT came in, when it was announced that the JIT would be here, because experience shows that you will not get Pakistan to admit its guilt. More so that the composition of the JIT team from Pakistan, including officials from the intelligence agencies and the ISI, and they were not going to lead the trail onto their doorstep, particularly because it was well known that they had not only orchestrated this operation, but the Jaish-e-Mohammed has enjoyed the patronage of the ISI for years. In fact, Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar was welcomed by the ISI after he was released at Kandahar, and thereafter was lying low for a while till he resurfaced and became another major proxy arrow against India. But more importantly, I want to raise two questions, Arnab. The first is that if India wanted the JIT probe to go away successfully, it should have done a debriefing with the JIT team in India before they left and taken certain assurances from them that they had been satisfied with the evidence provided. You get a team all the way here and you leave them completely free to make their assumptions and therefore deny it, which is bewildering. The second point, and which is equally important, is that if the JIT says that the entire operation was a military sham, why did not India provide them with all the military evidence of logs of troops deployed, of the operations carried out? And they said the operations were 5 or 6 hours long. Lieutenant Colonel Niranjan died on the second or third day of the operation. So how was he killed in this operation? Are we so foolish to kill our own officers to prove a point? I mean, nobody in the world will buy that argument. Maroof, we should have understood from the very beginning that we were not going to get any mileage out of Pakistan.
The absurdity of what they are saying.
Our assumptions were wrong, or not? Assumptions were wrong.
Maroof, you know what the Pakistanis are saying? The Pakistanis are saying that this was a false operation fully facilitated by the Indian army to put the blame on Pakistan. That's the kind of absurdity of their excuse. So what they are saying tonight, Admiral Vice Marshal Abid Rao should be laughing and should be in splits at what the Pakistanis are saying. So what you're saying tonight is that India went and picked up 6 Pakistanis. And there is proof that they were Pakistanis. That we went and picked up 6 Pakistanis and told them, please come and walk into one of our most prized security installation that houses the Air Force's most prized assets. Please come, kill 8 Indian citizens, all because we want to prove that Pakistan is a terror state. I mean, this theory is even more laughable than the drone yarn you spun. This story is even more laughable than your Indian spy claim. I mean, India needn't have gone through all this effort anyway, because the whole world knows anyway that Pakistan is a safe haven for terror. I mean, are you considering how foolish the Pakistani argument is looking tonight, Air Vice Marshal Abid Rao? Please argue on fact. Respond to Maroof if you can.
First of all, I agree with Maroof on one thing, that, you know, their debriefing should have been joint, if it is a joint investigation team, so that whatever the state of or progress of the investigation either is kept confidential or released at an appropriate time by the government officials. Now, media leaks on such occasions can lead to so many provocative statements.
Don't blame media leaks. If this is a fake report, don't blame media leaks. If this is a fake report, why has there not been an official denial? Why has there not been an official denial by members of the JIT? Sir, why is there no official denial? Sir, you can't run with the hare and hunt with the hound. This is Pakistan, just cannot do this anymore. If this is a fake report, if this is a fake report, hear me. If this is a fake report, then why is there no official reaction on the story, putting the deniability on record by those sitting in Islamabad? Why has Nawaz Sharif not condemned it? 5 days. Sir, you can't do this.
Let's look at
the ISI is leaking the stories.
Because it's a question of security of 125
rubbish.
crores Indians and
No, sir.
20 crores
Absolute
Pakistanis.
rubbish.
I will take it seriously.
Absolute rubbish.
It cannot be left to the media blame game, or you being a better anchor or more aggressive, trying to put a...
Abid Rao, this entire story that has been put out in the Pakistani media has been put out by the ISI. That's simple as that.
No.
It has been put out by the ISI.
You have only eyes focused on ISI. I look at the two countries as two big, nuclear powers.
Don't give me the nuclear power theory. You're not going to do anything on Pathankot, and you're preparing ground for that.
But sir, if you look at serious things, there is this.
I'm looking at serious things
in a very mature manner.
I'm looking at serious things, and among the serious things that I'm looking at, serious things.
I personally
sir, you have decided not to act on Pathankot.
Pakistan government talks about that.
Marshal Rao, listen. Marshal Rao, listen. We are very serious. We in India extremely serious. You in Pakistan have never been serious. And you know that completely. If you had been serious
about it,
sir, if you had been serious,
react to your
sir, don't be reactive
against ISI or
sir, don't be reactive. Sir, don't be reactive.
My government is very serious about it.
If you had been serious,
November last year,
sir, Marshal Rao, hear me. Wait, since you don't listen now. Marshal Rao, listen. Let's take the debate forward. I want any of the Pakistani guests to tell me tonight. Let Barrister Zahid Saeed tell me, right? Let Ambassador Ali Sarwar Naqvi tell me. We let the JIT, we let them come to Pathankot. They visited India, G D Bakshi, and G D Bakshi can tell you, the National Investigation Agency showed your investigation team undeniable evidence that nails Pakistan's role in the attack by producing recovered AK-47s with made in Pakistan markings. Pistols, binoculars, GPS devices, grenades, medicines, shoes. Even shoes that were either made in Pakistan or procured from there. I mean, if you are going to lie to the world with an open face, then say that we are liars tonight. I'm sorry for using strong language. Then say that we are liars.
Recovery of these items made in
say
Pakistan
that we are liars tonight.
It's not a good enough proof. We can show you not of
G D Bakshi and Barrister Zahid Saeed on two sides, please. Yes. G D Bakshi and Barrister Zahid Saeed. Yes, Barrister Zahid Saeed.
Why did
Barrister
you
Zahid
give?
Saeed first. Yes.
Why did you give?
What?
Why did you give limited access? Why did you give limited access when every single plane is visible on Google Map in Pathankot?
Limited access?
We can see
limited access?
square feet.
Limited access? We flew
Why have
access?
you done this?
Sir, please.
This shows
Sir, we did not give you limited access. Let me tell you, what is now being said is, oh, we didn't give enough access. We only got 55 minutes, and some absurd theory is being put that this Pakistani team, G D Bakshi, was allowed entry into the Pathankot base from a narrow passage out of the breach developed into the airbase instead of the main entry gate. They are saying that the total duration of the GIT's visit to the base was 55 minutes. The team, they say, was denied the opportunity to collect evidence from the site of the attack, and this is completely and totally absurd. You know why it's absurd? It's absurd because India gave access to the Pathankot airbase. I'll tell you why it's absurd.
And why are you attempting to write the joint team's report?
Sir, because the ISI has put the report out in the Pakistani media even before it is written. You are using your stooges in the Pakistani media to release the report.
ISI has not done this.
You are doing it. You are doing it.
Why have you killed?
G D Bakshi
Killed? Why has Raw killed the inspector who had investigated it from your side?
Excuse
me. You see, all this. Let us.
G D Bakshi.
I would like to state that
G D Bakshi
offered investigation.
Arnab, I would like to state
talk to Prime Minister Modi, and we have shown our goodwill in investigating the whole
Arnab, I would like to state.
Can G D Bakshi
Arnab, I'd like to state that the very composition of this team
was orchestrated to have one Pakistani ISI colonel, one Pakistani military intelligence colonel. So just in case that these people took the rest of the four took their duties very seriously, they would be kept in check. And this team, this ISI military intelligence team, which is the real mastermind behind the Pathankot attack, has gone back and carried out these leaks. These very motivated leaks.
The fact of the matter is, these are reports of the media. It has nothing to do with the government report.
Wait till the government the report of the joint team.
What they have revealed is absolutely absurd.
And media arguments.
The fact is, even if you want to put out a narrative of your own, for God's sake, make it credible. When you say that we staged this encounter, we killed 7 of our men, including an officer, just to malign Pakistan, for God's sake, don't insult our intelligence and do not belittle the intelligence of the rest of the world. At least come out with a narrative that is remotely credible.
What do you mean, wait for the report? What do you mean? For the third time tonight you are saying wait for the report. 1 second.
You're shouting before the report because you fear the report.
Sir,
you fear the objectivity of the report.
Sir, listen. The only thing that we fear. No. 1 second. 1 second. Let me respond to that. Let me respond to that. Maroof wants to respond. The only thing that we fear is the extent of your lies.
May I remind the barrister?
Maroof is responding to the barrister. Maroof.
Arnab, he is saying wait for the report. Arnab, may I tell the distinguished barrister, if he's saying wait for the report, we were waiting for the report, sir. How did your media get all these snippets of information that they have made headlines today? It is not our media that is saying that the entire JIT exercise was a farce. It is your media who is saying it. Who has prompted them? Who has given them the leaks? Obviously your people, and who want to continue to orchestrate the whole lie that India has stage managed this drama. For heaven's sake, sir. Are we so low that we will kill our own soldiers to make a point? No, even your army won't do that. Why would we do something like that?
Why is your media saying that a former Muslim inspector of the Indian investigation agency was killed?
Sir, you rise above religion. You rise above religion. You rise above religion. You rise above religion. You're a medieval bankrupt state that cannot think beyond religion. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
But the fact
1 minute. 1 minute. No, Maroof, I'll tell you. Maroof, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Pages of every newspaper.
This is shameless. What these Pakistanis say.
We are not jumping to conclusions. We are waiting for the report to come. We have only reported that he's been killed. Period.
Maroof, just a minute. Just a minute. No, let me respond. Maroof, 1 minute. Maroof, 1 minute. Maroof, a minute. I'm saying to the Pakistanis tonight that the religion of the NIA officer who died is immaterial. And you should be ashamed of yourself for bringing religion into every case, including that of a murder. You should be, this is your Pakistani mindset. I'm sorry to say, you cannot look beyond religion. You cannot, this is the Pakistani mindset. This is your typical Pakistani mindset. You can't look beyond religion.
Goswami.
You know what before you take my name, apologize for that. Apologize for pulling religion into a murdered man's name.
What was Modi's attitude in Gujarat?
You answer my question. You answer my question, barrister. If you can, you answer my question. Go back to the subject. Don't you try to deviate tonight. Don't you try to deviate tonight. And don't you try to deviate. Now answer my questions. You say, why are you responding to a media report? I am telling you this media report has been handwritten by the ISI. Listen to me. Don't interrupt me now. Do not interrupt me now. Do not interrupt me now. Barrister, 1 minute. Barrister, 1 minute. Barrister, 1 minute. 1 minute. Be logical. Be logical. Be logical on 3 fronts and hear me now. Fact, if you don't stop, you won't listen. Now listen to me. Point number one. Be grateful. Be extremely grateful that the discredited,
Can't hear you.
corrupt,
Can't hear you.
I said be very grateful that the discredited, the corrupt, the utterly rotten from the core ISI was given access to Pathankot. That shows what a generous nation we are. We gave access to that rotten organization called the ISI. It is a momentous thing. Please be grateful for that. With what moral authority? With what moral authority can you question which entrance you were allowed to enter from? With what moral authority can you question which entrance you were allowed to enter Pathankot from? Second point is, I mean, I have heard many foolish, ridiculous arguments in my life. You are asking us, you are saying we got only 55 minutes of access. If we gave you 63 minutes of access, it would be okay. What is the threshold limit after which you will dramatically accept the Pakistan role in the attack? Suppose instead of 55 minutes, we gave you 56 minutes, or 156 minutes, or 256 minutes. Would that be okay? I mean, you housed the world's most wanted terrorist. You housed Osama bin Laden.
You are twisting the whole argument. Because in the first place, we offered the investigation of Pathankot. It was our Prime Minister offered the...
We gave you the access. Sorry, G D Bakshi.
Which said
G D Bakshi.
And you...
G D Bakshi on the debate. Sorry, we gave you the access.
You should depend upon...
We gave you the access.
Wait for the report of the Pakistan government.
We gave you the access.
Not the media.
Barrister, I would like to point out to you that whenever an access is given to an active military base, it is always a controlled access, given the circumstances that this is a base on the Pakistani border, a forwardmost base. The very fact that you are being allowed access is a major concession and an act of faith. Instead of being grateful that you were provided access, you were trusted enough to be taken there, you are making an issue out of the petty amount of minutes that you were allowed to spend here or there. Even if you had been allowed more, what more could you have seen? You were shown the place from where the terrorists affected the entry. You were shown the place from where they carried out the encounter. What more do you need? You have been shown their remains, their armaments, their bodies, their weapons, their equipment, their GPSs, which clearly trace back their paths to Pakistan. There are the radio intercepts.
All right.
The DNA samples have been given.
I take your point.
Have you matched those
but
samples with their
I do not see the sense of it. I do not see the sense of it. Not only Pathankot.
Sense of
every base of India, we have every square foot of photographs of it. From the skies. From the Google.
Yeah.
We can tell who is where your planes are. Why are you denying access? Why are you hiding things?
Excuse me.
Who's denied
access? Excuse me.
Okay,
you understand?
In an operational airbase,
we even know when
yourself
Mr. Modi
to
goes to sleep, where he goes to sleep.
In an inspection designed to catch
your
terrorists,
bases are like
you are not come there to examine our fighter aircraft. You have not come there to examine our attack helicopters. Why should you be given access? Why should you demand access to our aircraft? Why should you demand access to our aircraft? You came there ostensibly to carry out an inspection for the terrorist attack. That is what you should confine yourself to. You forget about what Google can show or what Google cannot show.
I think what the Pakistani guests,
come to the Air Force
I think what the Pakistani guests need to appreciate, and at this stage,
the Pathankot Air Force Base.
G D Bakshi, let's welcome Admiral Javed Iqbal and Mayed Ali. He's chief reporter of the news, Mayed Ali, and Admiral Javed Iqbal is a defense analyst. And the point is, and on the other side we have Dr. Tarek Fatah, author and columnist, who speaks many a truth about Pakistan that the Pakistanis are too fearful to hear about. Now, what they need to understand is that we are
not.
So 1 minute, just Shantri.
We listen to you.
Yeah, listen. You see, you say today that we are, and viewers, this is what it's about. Across certain sections of the Pakistani media, very, very carefully planted stories are coming out, which basically say that the Indians didn't provide enough access, we didn't get enough evidence, and hence we are not going to do anything for the Pathankot probe. Not just that, there are reports that the Pakistanis are now going to refuse India's National Investigation Agency access to Pakistan, which we demanded, which would have been, I think, a basic courtesy. I mean, we've allowed you into an airways. You give us access to Masood Azhar. Then let us deal with the situation like mature adults. You can't be crybabies, come into Pathankot, and when you go back like crybabies say, we didn't give enough access. I mean, what a shame here. Let Tarek Fatah come into the debate with Admiral Javed Ali. And Tarek Fatah, today the Pakistanis say we are reacting to a media report. Well, if we are reacting to a fake media report, then the Pakistanis should come out and say this is a fake media report. If this is a fake report, Tarek Fatah, and in fact Pakistan is committed to bringing justice to the victims of Pathankot, and Times Now is completely wrong, then why are we here yet to hear an official willingness from Pakistan allowing the NIA to access Masood Azhar and other top Jaish-e-Mohammed leaders? That should be the basic decency. Pakistan should say Times Now is actually reporting a false story, this is completely fake, here is an out-and-out denial, and here is the access that we're actually providing the NIA. But we haven't heard a word from them. Tarek Fatah and then Admiral Javed Iqbal. Tarek Fatah, please.
Arnab,
Tarek Fatah, Tarek Fatah and then Javed Iqbal. Yes, Tarek Fatah on one side, Javed Iqbal on the other. The debate is on. Yes.
The problem is that the Pakistani press cannot issue anything, print anything. I've been in that media for a long part of my life while I lived there. You cannot print anything about the armed forces without the ISPR run by that Twitter general, what's his name, General Bajwa. Without their approval, nothing can be printed. This is a calculated leak to determine the reaction in India and the United States. It's going to go back and they're going to tweak their final output based on what they hear across the world. Number two, we are dealing with a country run by rogue generals. It is April 5th today. This is the date when the Pakistan army hanged Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, an elected prime minister. These are Pakistani military officers who have no hesitation in massacring Baloch. They massacred, committed a genocide in East Pakistan in 1971. They are bloodthirsty people who have robbed this country, that is Pakistan, and imposed their terror on the people of Pakistan.
But
the fact that they would go and
but then Tarek Fatah, they should come out. No, Tarek Fatah, in that case, but then they should come. 1 second, I want Admiral Javed Iqbal to respond to this. You see, if this is a fake report, Admiral Javed Iqbal. Now there are two options, Admiral Javed Iqbal. The first option is listen to my question and then you respond. उसके बाद आप respond कीजिए ना तारिक फतेह को. आप directly कर सकते हैं उनको. वो कह रहे हैं जो कह रहे हैं उनको बोलने दीजिए. मैं सिर्फ आपको एक सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ. ये अगर पाकिस्तान इधर आया और पठानकोट में वो गए, वहां पे उनको एक्सेस मिली, उनको इंफॉर्मेशन मिला, इतना ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन मिला कि वो डर गए, तो वापस पाकिस्तान में जाके ये स्टोरीज लीक क्यों करा रहे हैं? ऑफिशियली बोल दें, ऑफिशियली कह दे कि पठानकोट प्रोब में हम कुछ नहीं करने वाले, इंडिया के साथ कोऑपरेट नहीं करने वाले. आप जानते हैं, नहीं आप या तो डरते हैं भारत से, या तो आप भारत से डरते हैं. नहीं, but you should actually officially come out and say that we are conducting a fake investigation. We were never sincere and we are going to do nothing about the Pathankot attack, and then let us see how we deal with it. After that, we will decide how we deal with it. What is this cowardly, Cairo जैसे कोई story plant कर दी किसी मीडिया में? No, what is this cowardly approach?
So what if an attack took place on Pathankot? We are not responsible.
What do you mean so what? What do you mean so what?
Stopped it.
What do you mean so what? Let Javed Iqbal reply.
Why do you blame others for your sins?
Javed Iqbal,
allow me to speak, or you have just called me to listen?
You can speak the question. I have asked you the question. Maybe you need more time to prepare your answer. Go ahead.
First of all, I think I want the speakers on both sides to calm down. Keep it on logic. Keep it on actual things. First of all, let me tell you, it was a great step taken by Pakistan, and to respond to again great step taken by India to ask for a JIT team. Okay. Now, this is when the JIT team was there, they were provided good reception, provided good information, and also denied certain areas which I think partly they were entitled and partly they may not be entitled. But the crux of the matter is that JI team did not find prima facie proof to give a verdict there.
How do you know?
They came back.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know the ISI told you? How do you know? ISI told you?
Lot of us.
No, ISI told you?
No, don't interfere.
Did ISI brief you? No, I'm not interfering. I'm asking you. Did ISI brief you?
Don't interfere now.
I'm not interfering. I'm asking you. Did the ISI brief you? How do you know that the Pakistani...
You are not asking. You're interfering.
I'm not asking. I'm asking a question. Don't shout at me, sir. Admiral, don't shout at me, sir. I'm asking you. How do you know?
We haven't.
How do you know that we did not provide access? We gave absolutely perfect access to the Pakistani team.
You tell us, you see, you talk about the issue and then tell our generals are there and there. Your Prime Minister is a terrorist.
Sir, you answer the question.
Generals,
sir, you answer the question. You answer the question.
You answer the question. The subject?
No, the subject is the JIT investigation. The subject is the JIT investigation.
Your own investigating officer, Tanzeel, has been killed by you. Like you killed Samjhota Express investigating.
Sir, you have no information.
You are not.
You have no information on the basis of which you are spreading scandalous stuff. You answer the question. You answer the question. How do you know that the JIT team was not given access? Maroof and G D Bakshi can also come to the debate. How do you know? Sir, how do you know that the Pakistani team did not get evidence, did not get information? You give me one piece of solid information on the basis of which you are saying that. And I will rest my case.
Listen to me. What Pakistani team said,
Admiral Arnab, may I, just like the Admiral speculating,
and we are further investigating it, and there are possibilities that we will make, some gains, but they have not outrightly rejected it, but they have not also put a stamp on your claims. So there should be the very fact
okay, sir,
that
can I ask you a question? Here's a question.
Joint investigation.
Here is a question.
That is more important.
May I come in, please?
Maroof is a counter. I did one as well, but Maroof is coming in first. Maroof. Yeah, Maroof.
Admiral Saab, you have always on these debates talked of improving relations between the two countries. I think this was a huge possibility here of improving relations, but if this is what we are getting in terms of the first round of feedback, and as Mr. Tarek Fatah has rightly brought out, and I think anybody who understands the functioning of the Pakistani media knows that they work under a watch, and the watch is from Rawalpindi, and if they do report things which contradict the Rawalpindi narrative, then people get shot at. Hamid Mir was a classic example when he received a few bullet wounds. But anyway, that's a separate issue. What I want to say is that if this NIA officer was killed, if you speculate, I'm not speculating, but I'm saying there is a possibility that an odd sleeper cell at your end was activated to add a spin to this whole thing by saying, see, we are killing our own investigating officer, so therefore we want to keep the things under wraps and put all the blame on Pakistan's doors. But how is it that Masood Azhar is being seen by the international community as a problematic terror machine, and his whole organization has received sanctions? Everybody, sir, everybody with the exceptions of China has gone ahead with the 1267 resolution of the UN to nail Masood Azhar till China put the veto on, obviously in close cahoots with Rawalpindi. The point at issue is, do you want to move forward or do we want to keep playing the records of the past?
They don't want to move forward.
I don't see there is any room for optimism from what will come out of this JIT if this is your approach.
This answer lies with you.
Out of this game.
No, this answer, Admiral, this answer lies. Maroof raises a very valid question.
Maroof, we have given you forensic evidence. We have given you telephonic evidence. We have given you even evidence of stores, including medicines that had Pakistani marking, and you still say there was no role. I mean, this is absurd.
Well, Admiral, if you care to listen for just a minute, please, I want to bring a few facts to your attention. 1 second. Admiral, I want to bring a few facts to your attention. I think what Maroof has asked is the nub of the issue. You want to move forward or you want to go back? Let me tell you, Admiral, you want to go back. You want to go back. You want to go back. You are going to be the losers, and now you listen to me. I'll tell you. Admiral, listen. Admiral, listen now.
Why don't you listen first?
I want to say something to you which you will gain from.
If you want to move forward,
Admiral,
don't send your active commander, Boshan type people to create mischief in Balochistan.
Listen, Admiral. Now you listen to me for a minute. You've said it. I listened to you. You are a very senior man. I did not interrupt, but unfortunately now you will have to listen to me. Now listen to me. It is not my problem. It is not India's problem that every single morning when you wake up, you are still, Admiral, you and other Pakistani military people are shivering in your boots when you remember 1971. That is your paranoia. आपका डर है. आप अपने डर को खुद हैंडल कीजिए. ये आपकी प्रॉब्लम है. हम उसके बारे में कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But you say that what are you doing? Now I'll tell you what we are doing. We went out of our way, Mahid Ali. The Prime Minister invested political faith in you despite your betrayal. Point number one, he went to Lahore. We had a historic JIT visit despite your years of betrayal, and Sushil Pandit can tell you more on that. In a historic move, we allowed, listen, 5 points I'll say. Historic move, we allowed your investigators to come on Indian soil. Third point, we gave an unprecedented NIA briefing despite having no precedent to muster faith from Indian authorities, ensured that the Pakistani JIT was briefed in entirety in a civilized manner by the NIA when they got to India, so as to ensure that Islamabad does everything possible to provide justice to the families of the 7 Indian security personnel and 1 Indian civilian who was killed by these terrorists. Fourth, we gave you access to our airbase, Mahid Ali. Despite a political storm whipped in India, we, in an act of statesmanship, told you, come to the Pathankot airbase and see it for yourself. Point number 6, we gave you access to our civil witnesses. Not only did we give the JIT access to question 16 witnesses, the Punjab Superintendent of Police, even the cook, but we also gave DNA reports of the 4 terrorists who were killed so that they can be matched with their family members residing in Pakistan. And here are their pictures. Unke photo mere haath mein hai. Ye 4 Pakistaniyon ke photo mere haath mein hai. उनके लाशों के फोटो मेरे हाथ में है. कितना डिनाई करेंगे आप? और पांचवा, we gave you access to border areas, Mahid Ali. Border areas. We gave your team, which included a member of the ISI, access to the Bamial border near Pathankot, where Ikagar Singh's body was found during the January 2006 terrorist attack. So much we gave you. We gave you. So don't you tell us what did you do? Where do you want to go, Admiral? आप मत बोलिए. आपको बोलना चाहिए इतना करने के बावजूद हमने फिर धोखा दिया. कहिए आज कि हमने धोखा दिया. वो हमारी स्पेशलिटी है. वो हमारी स्पेशलिटी है. कहिए आज. सुशील पंडित कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आपसे. सुनिए, सुशील पंडित कहिए. सुशील पंडित. सुशील पंडित,
may I kindly give me a minute?
कुछ दिया हमने.
Please. Arnab, you have 5 very distinguished English speaking, very reasonable looking gentlemen here from Pakistan, but I don't want to address them today. The problem is we have sought something impossible from Pakistan. They are not capable of delivering any better. These people backstabbed America, who's their provider and protector. These people still maintain that 9/11 was conducted by Jews through CIA and America did it on themselves. They have yet to do anything on Mumbai attacks.
Mahid Ali wants to say something.
What is it they have done to earn our faith? What is it they have done to earn our trust?
Sushil Pandit,
in order to deliver on this.
For my turn,
it is monumentally naive
to
expect Pakistan to deliver on this.
Okay, Sushil Pandit, Mahid wants to say something. Mahid, yeah. Mahid is saying. Mahid, I responded. Mahid, let me tell you, I responded to the point made by the gentleman who's sitting on your right, Admiral, who said, "Aapne kya kiya hai?" I told you the things that we did. Now tell us, what did you do? No. Mahid, listen. Mahid, I told you 6 things that India did to move forward. You tell me one thing that Pakistan did to move forward. Let us have an open discussion today.
No.
I told you 6 things we did. You tell us one thing Pakistan did.
Active Commander Bhushan.
You tell me one thing Pakistan did.
You must listen to this.
Mahid Ali. Boliye Mahid Ali.
Basing all your arguments on
I just cannot say a word in this clause.
That's what Pakistan did.
Please. Now, I am a journalist. Please give me that margin that I am a journalist. And I know what journalism is in Pakistan. I don't need any Tarek Fatah to tell me what is happening, what can you do.
Well, Tarek Fatah has personal experience, don't mind. Tariq.
He might have. I am active.
The journalist who wrote a book on ISI was found with bullet-ridden body.
Now, please. Writing a book is something else, and being an active journalist is something else. Now, I know exactly what is happening.
What do you mean, what's an active journalist?
In my opinion, active journalist is serving journalist.
What does it mean?
Who is in the profession. Tarek Fatah is not. Okay? He is not working for any institution. I am working for the largest media group in Pakistan.
What do you know about me?
Besides that point.
You know nothing, sir. You go and serve the generals who pay you.
You know nothing about Pakistan, sir. You know nothing about Pakistan.
I know. I know everything about the corruption.
Now come on, listen, sir. Listen. I
You're
heard
the
everything
payroll
that
of the
said.
Pakistani general.
I have. Who said so? What are you talking? What are you talking?
Yes, we know.
Come on.
You can't open your mouth without a general telling you what to say.
I am a paid journalist. You are an absconder. You are the one who leaves the country when the country needs you.
I wouldn't give a damn about Pakistan. As long as you murder your own people.
I give a damn about you. I give a damn about you and your...
Yes.
I give a damn about you and Pakistanis like you who live abroad and malign Pakistan and don't have the courage to stay here and face the brunt. Sir, you face the brunt. You don't run away. You are a runaway. So don't call yourself a journalist. You are no journalist. You are no journalist.
Oh, you are murderers of Bangladeshis and
Now let me speak. Let me respond to Arnab. I don't want to talk to you. You are a bullshitty person. I don't want to talk to you. Now let me talk. You just stop talking. You are a paid, I don't want to
go back to the subject. Go back to the subject. We are on the duplicity.
You are paid by law. I know that.
Now Tarek Fatah pull back. Now we are on the issue. We are on the issue. Sir, listen. Mahid Ali.
Lands there and appeals for
Mahid Ali, listen. Mahid Ali, listen. Mahid Ali, listen. Mahid Ali, listen to me. Listen to me, Mahid Ali. I am saying Arnab here. Hello, this is Arnab here. I am asking you a question. Please listen, Mahid Ali. You will agree with me that your JIT was collecting admissible evidence under the provision of Section 188 of the Pakistan Criminal Procedure. Now, Section 188 of the Pakistan Criminal Procedure pertains to, and I quote, liability for offences committed outside Pakistan by a citizen of Pakistan. The fact is that you collected evidence in India under this section is an acknowledgement and admission of the fact that the perpetrators of the 2nd January attack in Pathankot were Pakistanis. Now counter me, Mahid Ali, as a journalist to a journalist. You counter me tonight. You counter me tonight. You counter me tonight.
Had already been
People
made.
Are watching you. Counter me tonight.
Arnab, I'll be. You know that I haven't gone wayward ever deliberately. Maybe. You see, the point is that admission was made earlier when all the action was taken against.
No. Director General. No, sorry. Director General. No. 1 second. The Director General of the NIA said the JIT informed us they were collecting admissible evidence outside Pakistan under Section 188 of the Criminal Procedure of Pakistan, and that will legally enable them to be used in prosecution. Now answer me, barrister. You are a lawyer there. What's going on in Pakistan? झूठ बोलना है तो openly झूठ बोलिए. नहीं झूठ बोलना है तो झूठ बोलिए, barrister जी. मगर on the one hand,
let me respond, Arnab.
Sir, any of you respond.
Arnab, let me complete.
Arnab, that was the ground. That was the ground. They did not give us a letter retrogating. That was the ground that they did not give the LR to India because they were doing this under the Criminal Procedure Code of Pakistan. They said that's sufficient for them to investigate.
Barrister Zahid Saeed, listen, Barrister,
of the whole procedure code that you are following.
Barrister, listen. On the one hand, you register an FIR in Pakistan. Listen to me. On the one hand, you register an FIR in Pakistan, and on the other hand, you say India is responsible for staging the attack. Ye mazak hai. You acknowledge to the.
Why are you giving such a credence to this report? Please.
I am not.
Let the government respond on this.
If this is let the government deny.
Let me answer.
Barrister, go on, Barrister.
Let me answer.
Answer, Barrister.
I have noted your point. I have noted your point.
Yeah.
Your point is correct that we are getting evidence.
Thank you.
In order to prosecute people in Pakistan. But because
you
have made an allegation, we are checking it out. But we cannot get hold of innocent people because you've made an allegation. First, the evidence. Where do we get the evidence from? You restrict us.
The question is.
Where do we get the evidence?
The question is that you acknowledge. Sir, listen, Barrister, you have now. Now you have.
This is a debate.
Barrister, look at the point tonight. Barrister, 1 minute. Listen, Barrister, listen. You have now this is very interesting. Just 1 minute, G D Bakshi, let me summarize what's going on. Now the Pakistani guests are very confused. I can see the confusion because I quoted to them their own law. Now you acknowledge to the government of India that the seeds of the Pathankot attack were planted by those in Pakistan. Your position tonight, once on Pakistani soil, is a 180-degree flip-flop.
We have not. No.
You did.
This is a bare allegation.
Otherwise, how did you invoke that section of the Pakistan Criminal Procedure Code? Please explain to any viewer in India. G D Bakshi. G D Bakshi and
the allegation will become
Ambassador Sarwar Naqvi. G D Bakshi and Ambassador Naqvi. Yes, G D Bakshi, please.
Barrister, we heard you. Kindly listen. Arnab, I would like to point out a very critical factor. For the first time, an unprecedented access has been given to a Pakistani team. Implied in this unprecedented step was the fact of reciprocity.
Exactly.
Pakistan was supposed to give us equal access. The problem is when this joint investigation team went back and they saw the weight of the evidence, and when they found out that they would have to give access, they have come up with this concocted story. They have planted these stories to sabotage the reciprocity of this process. They have come forth to sabotage this. Please listen, Mayad Ali. Mayad Ali, give me a minute. Please give me a minute.
Till the government gives its word on that.
Please listen. For God's sake, please listen. I'm making an important point, Mayad Ali. Please. Mayad Ali, I am saying that implication was reciprocity. When your JIT went back and they saw the weight of the evidence, and now they were worried that if our NIT came there, matched the DNA samples, asked for the DNA samples, Pakistan would have a problem. So to scuttle the whole process, you have started planting these motivated leaks to destroy this unprecedented process that has been set in motion for the first time between India and Pakistan.
This process.
Bakshi, I agree.
No.
Admiral, you made an important point.
Just a minute. Mayad Ali, I want to go back to Abid Rao, you often say that let us start afresh. You know, when we allowed the Pakistani JIT to come to India, we were wanting to start afresh. Now that will not happen unless you show reciprocity. No country would have given you the kind of generous welcome to a bunch of deceiving people from the ISI like India gave, but you realize that India is a large-hearted country. Now the Pakistan police filed a complaint and an FIR against unknown persons 45 days ago with regard to the Pathankot attack. What is it but sheer blind typical Pakistani hypocrisy at play. Once again, that the same country that acknowledged its role by filing a criminal case in its own country on Pakistani soil now says we have nothing to do with it. I mean, even if you're a consummate liar.
Now, Pakistan made a goodwill gesture. You are destroying it.
I think this is the pitch.
Registered
this
FIR.
Let me answer.
You people don't have the guts to accept.
Be happy we filed a case. Be grateful.
Abid,
Pakistan also gave you the information.
They wasted some stationery.
Pakistan has not said anything. It is a media report, and I still believe that both governments are doing a good thing. Positive things by not blaming each other. This is a very new phenomenon in last 4 months since 30th November when Miss Sushma Swaraj made a commitment to visit Islamabad on 8th December and then 25th December your Prime Minister came. All things have happened positively. Both governments have reacted very positively and maturely not to comment anything negative in public because the extremists on both sides are not willing to give any space to the
Abid Rao.
So this is
both sides? Tarek Fatah.
I am still very hopeful. Something will come out. Let me just finish one thing. Our army is very serious about finishing all these terrorists. All countries commit that they will not let their soil be used for terror against any other country. But now there are
5 days.
Indians are operating from Afghanistan, they are operating from Iran, and there is recent evidence of that.
They are operating from Pakistan.
I don't want to get into detail of that.
You are the creators.
Listen to me, please. I think both governments are now sincere in this. Let the media not hijack the whole thing.
Let me remind you of your hollow promises tonight.
Also.
Let me I
agree with
Bahawalpur, Murid ke, Muzaffarabad.
They are operating. But
United Jihad Council.
These things have to
The Pakistan army itself is a terrorist army.
Rawalpindi.
The army itself is removing them. The ISI is removing them. The
army itself is the terrorist.
Will army remove itself?
No.
You can army has to remove itself first.
I have 1 minute.
Or the Pakistan army.
With any such conspiracy
cannot have both.
In 1 minute, I want to ask one question. What's it? Sushil Pandit, one last question. One last question.
What?
No, one last question. Maroof, one point, please. On the one side, you register an FIR in Pakistan and arrest unspecified number of people, and on the other side you say that India is responsible for staging the attack. If India is responsible for staging the attack, I mean what explains the raids carried out by Pakistani authorities in Gujranwala, in Jhelum, in Bahawalpur districts of Punjab province 10 days after the attack in Pathankot? Who were you arresting?
You are basing everything on a mere report.
Sir, these are not media reports, these are realities, sir.
May I remind the Pakistani guest? But if the government comes in and says,
okay, I'll give Maroof the last word, please. Maroof, yes,
then
Maroof.
I'll believe that.
Yes, Maroof. Yes, Maroof.
Arnab, may I request the Pakistani guest to give me 1 minute, sir? I just want to say three, sir, with respect, sir, 3 quick points. One is that whatever your civilian dispensation says to us, unless the military also echoes it and follows it up, it holds no credibility for us because we know who calls the shots. Your argument that your army is fighting terrorists, you are fighting those terrorists that target your army officers and their families. You're not touching those terrorists who are doing anti-India activities because it's well known, I don't say it, the world says it, that they are used as proxies by your military. We are only saying that if you respect UN resolutions and you keep talking about that, what about the UN resolutions 1267, 1373 against terrorism? Under that, let us go public with the evidence and let us nail those people who are destroying your society and ours. And if those in India say that this will internationalize the issue, they must remember that even the Indus Waters Treaty, which is a bilateral issue,
We've had international arbitration to solve every disagreement between us wherever it has cropped up. And if that agreement holds, I'm sure a counter-terrorism agreement will hold between the two countries. If then India should exercise every goodwill that it has to take Pakistan into a corner and isolate it. I'm sorry for sounding so harsh,
the Pakistanis have busted. The Pakistanis have busted the goodwill because on January 10th, the Pakistanis must remember, on January 10th, the Pakistani, you can't believe anyone in Pakistan anymore, not even the Pakistani Prime Minister. The Pakistani Prime Minister had told John Kerry, US Secretary of State, that his government is responsible for swiftly carrying out investigations in a transparent manner into the Pathankot attack because we want to bring out the truth.
Any proof required? And do you require more proof?
Well, then what were you promising the Americans?
Do you require more proof of your mischief?
Well, I don't know what you were.
Do you require more proof?
I don't know.
Mischief?
Admiral Javed Iqbal, listen, Admiral Javed Iqbal,
you need more proof?
Admiral Javed Iqbal, Admiral Javed Iqbal, do you need more proof? Admiral Javed Iqbal, do you need more proof? Do you need more proof than the number of calls? Do you need more proof than the call details? Of the? Do you need more details? Do you need more proof?
Commander of the
Admiral Javed Iqbal, do you need more proof than the caller details between the terrorist and his mother and the handlers in Pakistan? Do you need more proof? Do you need more proof? What are you talking? Admiral, I have pictures in my hand. Stop shouting. I have pictures in my hand of 4 Pakistanis. Here, look at them. ये आपको फोटो दिख रहा है आपको वहां पे पाकिस्तान में? मैंने जो हाथ में पकड़ा हुआ आपको फोटो दिख रहा है, साइड में दिख रहा है? Whose pictures are these? ये कौन है? अगर पाकिस्तानी नहीं है तो कौन है? बताइए मुझे, कौन है ये? ये कौन है?
That had already been admitted.
ये कौन है? Are they Pakistanis or not?
Who knows?
What do you mean, who knows?
Who knows who they are?
Typical Pakistani lie. Well, I thank everyone. There are lessons to be learned in this for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.